Introduce you briefly and then, okay, yeah, thanks. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, and again, welcome to another uh, session, another very exciting session today. We are very happy and pleased to do these kind of sessions, and today's session also is a very promising startup in this category, in this domain, which is hemp. I really like the name that is Hampa, and we will definitely understand more about the name as well. And the special aspect I want to discuss here with all of you is when I met the founder, Mr. Rajneesh Punj, I really liked his passion and his focus on developing good quality products, because in any herbal segments and in hemp specifically, we have so many companies and we have so many people who are working in any capacities, but there are very few who are like focused on the quality. And the second aspect which we really liked as platform, that they want to involve all the stakeholders, all the professionals to move forward in an ethical way. I think these two aspects are very much required for this domain, which is hemp in our country. So, without wasting much time, I will quickly introduce Mr. Rajneesh Punj. He is the founder of Hampa. We will be knowing more about his startup today, about him also from his own like uh, uh, from his own version. So I will hand over the session to Mr. Punj for a brief introduction about him, about his startup, and then we have certain queries and certain questions which we always receive from all of you. In fact, all of you can straight away ask any question, any query as well during this session also, and we will definitely share that with Mr. Punj for the answer. So over to you, Rajneesh, for the session, and really happy and pleased to welcome you on board, and looking forward to have many more sessions like this in future as well. And please tell us about yourself, about your startup, and also please specifically, I got certain queries. In fact, when I first connected with you, also I had that why the name is Hampa. So please elaborate on that as well. Thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Juneja. First of all, let me thank you and the platform of Indian Vedyas for giving us this opportunity to talk to your audience through you. I must also say that at a very, very early stage, what you can call a sunrise industry, and it requires all stakeholders to sort of hold hands together, move forward, educate people, break some of the misconceptions which are there about this, what we call an elixir or a magic ingredient, because there are so many benefits that the consumers can derive from it. To your question, before I deep dive into what our thought on the brand is and what's the strategy that we have, what are the products that we're bringing to the table. The name Hampa is two reasons why we chose this. One is we felt that Hampa in some ways connotes hemp. It sounds similar to hemp, so it brings in that association with the core ingredient on which we are basing this brand on. And second, more importantly, Hampa in Swedish language means cannabis. So there is a direct connect with the industry, with the category that we're talking about. And I hope people agree with me. It's a sweet sounding name. So this is something that struck a chord with us. From the beginning itself, we wanted to position Hampa as a celebration of everything that is hemp, and that is really our endeavor as far as taking this brand forward. So to begin with, let me just spend a minute talking about who is our consumer, who's the person to which we are talking. I think this is something which is as important as the offering that we have. We don't think it is only about a person who is suffering from a certain ailment. It is not just a patient. We feel it's an everyday city dweller, someone who's living, someone like us who has a hectic life, who has a demanding career, who gets stuck in traffic, who faces the various work life balance related issues, someone who's possibly, not able to eat, right, as much as they want, maybe not able to exercise as often as they want. In general, someone who is very passionate about health, and for them health is not just about physical health. For them it is as much mental health, as much emotional health, spiritual health. Someone who's on that, journey, on that search for balance and harmony, because that is what they believe is important for them to live a healthy life. So I think that's the first point that I wanted to make, that it is a consumer who is pretty much like us, any of us living a busy life. And that also is really the problem that we are trying to solve. I mean, I won't really call it a problem, but it is the reality of a modern life, that there are many demands, and those demands bring in strains. And as I've said before, it sort of tackles it. It takes the balance and harmony out of life, and once that balance goes out, once you are out of sync, once your body, mind, emotions are out of sync, then we believe it starts to manifest in many different disorders. Not sleeping well, not exercising, not eating healthy, feeling a certain stress, possibly lifestyle diseases like hypertension, or diabetes, or heart conditions, or whatever, digestion not being okay. So many of these things are in a way related to the modern lifestyle, which causes these strains. And that, we believe, is something that hemp can address at a very fundamental level. It is not just about addressing the symptoms that we spoke about, but I think it is about bringing that balance back. And once that balance is back, it brings the joy back in living, and that is really what we believe is possible with hemp. And that's the reason why I said it's not just a lot of people talk about nutrition as a benefit of hemp. A lot of people talk about the medical benefits of cannabis or hemp, but we believe it's all of that. But at the same time, it is much more than that. It is about having a wholesome well-being and a wholesome goodness that can be derived from one ingredient, which is hemp. We call it the hemp elixir because it really has that amrit like benefits, which spread across the living. A little bit about what is our uniqueness in the space. We are not the first brand trying to create the category of hemp. We are also not the only brand in this space. There are many brands, there are many startups. In a lot of ways, I don't see any of them as competition, particularly at this early stage of the category's development. I think the category requires a lot of different players to come to a stage where it starts to benefit the consumers truly. So I think it is at a stage where the more players that come in, the better it gets for us. And at the same time, the larger the stakeholder community is, again, the better it gets for the category. So medical professionals is as important as possibly government bodies, or possibly journalists. Or so all of these people have a role to play. Having said that, there are still a few unique points that we believe we have, that can give an additional benefit to the consumers. The first is, we are not choosing to be in one segment. We are covering the whole spectrum of categories. As far as we are positioning it as a complete lifestyle choice, across nutrition, personal care, as well as wellness categories. There is, hemp can offer much more than that, from fabric to paper to bricks to construction materials, many other things. Out of these are the segments we've chosen for ourselves at this point of time, and we are building a good range across all of these segments. The second unique point is that we are choosing the raw material in a certain standardized configuration. I mean, it's a plant. It has variations that come because of season, because of where it is grown, because of various processes. But we believe that for it to deliver a certain kind of efficacy, it requires a certain standardization, while not tweaking with what is typically called the full spectrum extract, because we believe each cannabinoid has a certain role to play and gives a certain benefit for different ailments, for different requirements of the consumers. But what we are choosing is the optimal ratio of CBD THC in particular, because we believe that this is the ratio which gives a better efficacy and a standardized solution to the consumers. And if there is a doctor who's prescribing, then the doctor can also be sure about what results the patients will get from it. There have always been classical formulations based on hemp. Of course, you are an expert in that space. Many of the other people who are medical professionals right now joined on this call would know it much better than I do. It is a plant which has almost a 9,000-year-old tradition and history in our country. So there are many classical formulations. We do have some of those in our roster, but at the same time, there are certain proprietary formulations that we have developed, which we believe give a better solution to the consumers. Because the idea is not just offer hemp as a solution, have hemp as the central ingredient, but the idea is to be able to solve the consumer's problem well. So if there are certain complementary ingredients uh, that help increase the efficacy of the product, then we have chosen to have those ingredients in the formulations. Um, so like I said, we have a range across nutrition, personal care. Within personal care, it is both skincare as well as hair care. And wellness has multiple segments. I'll just spend a minute on each of these segments. So nutrition has all the standard nutrition products that I think people have come to expect from hemp based brands, including hemp hearts, hemp seed oil. There are certain other very very exciting recipes which are, I would say, very close to being final, and we should be able to bring some of those very exciting products to the market also very soon. Coming to personal care, like I said, we have products across hair care and skincare categories. Hair care we have already launched about a week back. Skincare should be in the market in the next 15-20 days. The products are being produced as we speak. So within hair care, it's a spectrum of products, starting with hair oils. And we have hair oils. We have combined hemp along with certain other hair care heroes, like an amla or a bringraj, and there are certain other ingredients also which are there in the pipeline. People who have used these products have really given us very good feedback, because these are products which are completely free from toxins. So we are not using any mineral oil in our hairs. For example, in our shampoos or conditioner, we are not using any sulfates or phthalates, no silicones, only IFRA certified fragrances, if at all. There are certain products that are without fragrances completely. So we've taken care on making the products not just efficacious but also safe for people. Similarly, for skincare, we are choosing to have day creams, night creams, products that, again, the intent is to use whatever other complementary ingredients that heighten the efficacy of the product. So that's, these are really performance products. Even the cosmetic products like creams, there is a real hydration and nutrition nourishment benefit that the consumers get from them. Coming to wellness, which in a lot of ways is the hero category as far as hemp is concerned. There are four segments that we are launching with. There is the pain management products, there is menstrual health, there is products for tackling stress, anxiety, sleep issues, and finally there is the pet care range. So within these segments, if I dwell deeper, pain management has solutions for arthritis, for muscle pain relief. For we have capsules for joint care. We have a roll-on for menstrual cramps. We have tinctures as well as capsules to help with the stress, anxiety, and we have tinctures as well as hemp seed oil for pet care. So that is the small introduction that I wanted to give on the brand. We truly believe that it is not just a product category; it is a way of life, and hemp as well as Hampa offers you that way of life. It is something that not just brings the balance and harmony back; it actually brings joy back in living. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Rajneesh. I think this was a very specific presentation, and I really like the approach you people have as far as certain very important aspects are concerned. So I quickly request my backend team to just let's have the speaker mode on now. We need to have some good discussions quickly for some queries also which we have received. So I request my team to please remove this presentation slide now, and let's have me and Rajneesh on the screen to just discuss certain aspects. Great, thank you. So, Rajneesh, first of all, let me just quickly ask few questions which are there with us, which our I think viewers also have raised. I was just checking my mobile. There were a couple of queries. The first and most important is in this country right now, there are issues with the raw material procurement, specifically for this particular domain, that is Ayush, and in hemp also in the herb category as well. So, as an organization, as a company, but exactly your quality checks or your protocols or maybe your process where you are ensuring that whatever the raw material you are procuring for your products are having good quality at the time of procurement, and so that the professionals, the doctors who are connected to us, or ultimately the end user will be will they will be rest assured that yes, at least this particular company is checking on the raw material quality and the ingredients. Definitely, if checked at the raw material level, will perform as per the efficacy we are expecting. So, some inputs on that particular aspect from your side.
Yeah, I think it is very, very important. And, particularly when it comes to the Ayurvedic products, because it's the natural goodness of the ingredients which really brings the efficacy in this case. So there are two aspects to it. One is, like I had said before, that we are controlling the formulations that we have for the product. And these are really formulations that have been developed by our in-house experts. So at the formulation level itself, we are ensuring a certain efficacy of the product. Second, each of the ingredient which is brought into the manufacturer's factory comes with a certification and a test report, which is typically called a certificate of analysis, where the supplier of the raw material submits a test report on certain key parameters which are important for that ingredient. And it is not just for the hemp extract. Of course, the hemp extract quality and specifications is extremely important, but it is true for all ingredients. So 100% of the ingredients that are used in our formulations come with a certificate of analysis, where the important parameters which we feel are important for the efficacy of the product have to be mentioned by the supplier. So that's one level of check which is made by our team. Similarly, each batch of the products which is produced, the final formulation, is tested by the manufacturer and is accompanied by a certificate of analysis. We are also working very closely with the Ayush department on these. So every batch that is produced, there are also products that are shared with the department. There is stability testing which is done, and there is a general protocol testing which is done for every batch which is produced. So we are following all the scientific principles that need to be followed to ensure a certain quality is delivered to the consumer.
Right, great. I think that is very much required, and that should be there. Second question is there are certain medical professionals and doctors also there. So they just wanted to ask, do you have any kind of policy or any kind of system in which these professionals or the doctors can connect with your organization directly, and maybe some kind of like a business model? Or do you have that? If yes, definitely we will be like able to connect them to your company as well.
Yeah, so at this point of time, I would say that part is work in progress, Dr. Juneja. The doctors can connect with us through our customer care number as well as the email, which is there on our website at this point of time. But we are in the process of making that system far more robust, and we want to have a mode of connection with the medical fraternity in particular through the online mode, and we are building a portal specifically targeted to the medical professionals where we can be connected with them, and we can have a regular mode of being able to serve the doctors very well. At this point
Sure.
of time, care at hampawellness.com is our email ID on which we can be reached. This is something that at this point of time is personally managed by me. And also through my personal number as well as the company customer care numbers, we can be reached 24/7.
Sure, no problem. So I request my technical team, the backend team, that just get all the contact details and please post in the comment section of all the, like right now we are live on 8 platforms simultaneously on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, everywhere, Twitter, people are watching us. So please post the contact details in the comment section, as I have seen certain people wants to connect. So they can directly email or maybe WhatsApp or SMS or call to the concerned person. So that was the second. And finally, two more queries are there, and then we will proceed for the conclusion of this session. The third one, as you mentioned about the portal, and I think you must have certain plans because you are one of our exhibitors in the forthcoming India Hemp Expo as well in February in Mumbai, 24-25 February. So first of all, congratulations on being on board as an exhibitor. So quickly, you want to brief our audience that what are your plans for India Hemp Expo, what kind of like maybe certain launch you are planning, or this portal if that can be like up by that time, so that we can at least we are inviting lots of medical professionals, doctors also to that event, so we can maybe like inform them as well about that.
Yeah, I think that is a very good suggestion that you've put, Dr. Juneja. We'll work towards that deadline of having the medium ready by the time we meet various doctors at this forum. Again, I believe this is an extremely important step being planned by Indian Vedyas and specifically by you, where all the stakeholders come together, and it's not just about introducing the brands or the products to different people. It's about minds coming together and sort of working in terms of how to really take this category to its rightful position. So we are really excited about participating in this exhibition.
Great. Thank you so much. And last but not the least, now if somebody wants to take it forward in terms of, like, for example, I want to connect somebody to have like your products, your, so I think you are already available on Amazon, and is it available on your site as well? And if any other marketplace or any other place where people can connect and buy your products or like medicines, definitely under the supervision of a doctor. But certain products, I think anybody can order, like your hair oil, shampoos, and also quickly just brief us about that, the availability of the products, the medicines, and what is available right now, what is in the pipeline, and what is
Yeah,
the
so
mechanism that people can
at
order.
this point of time, our first set of products is available on Amazon. Our website is getting ready as we speak. So I think in the next few days, we should be in a position to also start taking orders on our website. We are in discussion with various other platforms also to be able to list the products there. But the intent is not to spread ourselves too thin. The intent is to be able to service the customers right, and manage the platforms where we are present well, and give a good experience to the consumers. Hair oils, shampoos, conditioners is all live on Amazon. The rest of the wellness range should be live in the next 4 to 5 days, and at the same time, our website would also go live. There is one particular product that I am very excited about and would take a minute to speak about, is the hair regrowth. It's a regime, really. It's a two product kit that we have, which is made up of a serum and oil. Product that I'm really excited about, because it delivers a very good performance on hair fall reduction and also on new hair growth. This is a product that is 100% natural. There are no minoxidils, no redensils, no chemical actives in this, and yet it delivers an extremely good performance. We've tested the product thoroughly with consumers, and we've got a very robust thumbs up on the performance. Similarly, the arthritis product is something that whoever has tried has given us a very good feedback. And through this forum, Dr. Juneja, I would also like to invite the medical professionals to work with us, and further validate the performance of some of these products, and also see the performance and efficacy for themselves. So we would like to have that partnership with the doctors, where we are able to be extremely confident about the performance of the products.
Sure, definitely. And I think we will definitely structure this as well. And accordingly, we will start connecting, and we'll taking it forward with all the people who are connected with us. And I think it was an excellent session, Rajneesh. Thank you for taking time and letting us know about you, your brand, and we are very much excited to have you on board. And we always looking forward for ethical companies who focus on quality, who focus on ethical ways of promoting and taking it forward to the fraternity. And you are clear on that particular aspect from the day one. So that is again an appreciable effort you people are making in this domain, and we are very much excited to have you on board for this forthcoming event as well. And to all the listeners and all the people who want to connect, very soon you will be getting the connect details of Hampa. And in future they have just started. I think you will be getting so many updates in near future about new product launches, about various models of getting associated with them. We will have some technical discussions although on the each product, the ingredients. The feedback is very much required. So definitely, if any one of you is starting using the product, so please share your feedbacks and overall query or anything you want to discuss about the product. We are having certain queries and questions as well. So definitely what I will request is my team can quickly connect with all these queries, and we will be posting the connects of Hampa and Mr. Rajneesh as well, so you can connect with them and take it forward on the email or maybe on a phone call. And it's just a start. We'll definitely doing many more sessions, many more webinars with Hampa and the entire team in the guidance of Mr. Rajneesh Kun. So thank you so much again for your time, Rajneesh, and have a lovely weekend ahead. And we are very much looking forward to have you in many more sessions on our platform. And we are excited to host you on Indie Hemp Expo as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Juneja. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks. Bye.
Mhm.